What's going on, fam? It's your man VACAY-J, and yes, we are back with another live event, family. Super excited to have you all here today. Today, we are covering Tyler Perry's The Oval Season 5, and we're going to talk about what's next for episode 12. So I'm super excited to be here, guys. If you just came, definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and absolutely, I got some special guests with me tonight, and it's a brand new year. It's a happy new year to everyone out there, family. It's been a great 2023. Now let's dive into 2024 with the Oval, family. So I'm going to bring up a couple of guests. We got some more guests coming out. What's going on? I see you, DeMarcus Vaughn. Hey, my brother, how you doing? How you doing? Definitely hit that like button and share it out. And yes, I'm going to bring up my special guests for the new year. These are my first guests on the panel. But again, we are streaming on each other's platform. All right, family. So I want to bring up our first panelist, family. You know who she is. She's been rocking with me for some time. And you know what? I'm just happy that she's back and available to rock with me today as we're going to go into the Oval. None other than your girl, Tika Deshawn, all things ruthless. She is in the building. How you doing?
What's good, VACAY-J? What's good, fam out there, Oval fam, Ruthless Addicts, y'all? You know how we do it. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. And thank you, Jay, for inviting me to rock out with you about the Oval.
Absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to BET. I see your BET Plus back there. I see you representing. Shout out to BET and the
But you
BET
represent the
family.
Oval, so you got it going on. I ain't even mad.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we have another special guest for the first time on the platform. Super honored to have him. I mean, we were just discussing it backstage. We watch each other's platforms and channels, and he's doing a phenomenal job covering all the Tyler Perry shows that I see. I mean, he's doing it. And so I want to bring him to the stage first time in the new year. That's right. We're talking about Jeremy from Our Kind of Entertainment is in the house. What's going on? Welcome.
Not much, Jay. Thanks for having me. Here to talk
Yes,
about
sir.
the Oval, and hopefully this will be the best year yet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I'm happy to have you here, you and Tika again. I thoroughly respect all your work that you guys have been doing, and I appreciate you guys. And yeah, I'm ready to get into this thing because I believe that this next episode is going to be pretty epic for real. Because I got some clips, right? I got some clips from the trailer. I know there's a couple of trailers out there, right? I saw there was a couple of trailers, but I got some clips, and I wanted to get your take on it, see what you think is going to happen next. All right. So let me bring this up real quick. Family,
Okay.
if you are in the audience, definitely hit that like button and make sure if you are not subscribed to All Things Ruthless, Tika Deshawn, or Our Kind of Entertainment with Jeremy, make sure you are subscribed to their channels. All right, family? Definitely show them some love. All right.
Listen, Jay, before you continue, listen, can I get y'all autograph? Because I'm starstruck right now. Like, y'all been doing y'all thing. Both you and Jeremy have been doing y'all thing. And I'm like the little man on the totem pole, but I'm absolutely glad to be here. So carry on. I'm done fanning out.
It's all love. It's all love. Listen, with respect to you, you do your thing as well. Tika, she's been, laying it down for a long time, especially with Ruthless. And we were talking backstage about Ruthless. We're going to talk about that later because we got a lot to talk about with Ruthless, and I'm looking forward to that. All right, let's get into this, family. Man, let's talk about the Oval because, this, I think, is going to be pretty exciting. I believe it's going to be pretty exciting. There's somebody on the panel that can only say but so much. And of course, Jeremy, we definitely going to get your take as well. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. And yes, episode 12 will be airing tonight. We just wanted to get it in real quick as far as what we believe is going to happen. So I'm going to bring up the first slide, guys, and let me know what's going on. All right. I have a little game, Jeremy, that I call What It Looked Like. Okay. So I'll pull up the pics and say, hey, what it look like? What do you think is going on? All right. All right. So the first slide, we'll pull it up and I'll let Jeremy go first. Jeremy, what is going on with this conversation here? I know we got a little bit in the clip, but what is happening in this particular conversation? What do you think they're talking about as far as, Jason? What is Jason saying to Hunter right now?
First things first, we know that Jason is making the same mistake every character in the Oval makes when they have the upper hand. they reveal their cards to the person that they could easily take down. He's
Mm.
calling Hunter the same way he called Victoria to, hey, I'm still alive. I'm closer than you think. And I'm going to tear everything you've built down to the ground. Now, in the promo, we know that Hunter is shocked that, he's getting this phone call. He's like, who is this? And then Jason goes, you don't even recognize the voice of your own son. Now, I
Right.
think one of the key points of this picture, if you look at where Jason is standing, it looks like
Mhm.
he's standing at the same brick wall, which is the back entrance of the apartment complex that Alan stays in. Now, we know that based
Mm.
on the trailer, he will be in Alan's apartment, I believe in the bathroom when Alan opens the door. So it looks like Jason is about to just, drop the mic on his dad and then run up to Alan's for safe cover. So I'm wondering what exactly Hunter's reaction to this is going to be, considering he just got the shocking revelation that his wife and the vice president had an affair. And I don't
Right.
know, not to go too far into it, but I don't know if
Yeah.
you've ever discussed the theory that Jason is actually the son of Victoria and Eli rather than Victoria and Hunter.
Oh, no, we didn't even get into that. See, see, that's why I'm glad you're on the show. We definitely gonna talk about that theory right there. But that is a crazy theory right there. Absolutely. Okay, that sounds good. Tika, do you agree? Does that sound right? Does that sound accurate?
I mean, it's pretty good, but my speculation, my prediction, my feelings is this. Just my feelings. Hunter is actually surprised at the fact that Jason is still alive because of everything that they've said. He's unalive, he's unalive. They put this in Hunter's head to think that his son was gone. And believe it or not, regardless of who he was married to, he actually loved his kids. He just married the one woman that didn't know how to treat the kids. So
Mm.
anyway, with that, yes, but I just surprised that Jason is actually the one that's on that opposite end of that line. And yeah, I do agree with Jeremy. I think that Jason is definitely at Alan's apartment because that's his safe haven. He runs to Alan almost for everything for some reason. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Absolutely. I think that's probably what's going on. you know, Jeremy did point out that that the brick wall is right behind the apartment. I'm like, wow, that's a great theory. That's definitely a great theory. And it's about to go down. I think it's about to go down, and I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I'm definitely excited for it. Okay.
Definitely.
All right. What it looked like, the Oval Edition. All right. Let's go on to the next slide and we'll start with you, Tika. What it looked like. Okay. A lot of action going on in this one right here. Of course, we see Lily. Like, let me know what's going on right here.
Definitely. So we already saw where Lily was faced with realizing that Brian, the police officer, was in the home with this CI or Secret Service guy who
Mhm.
is sworn to Donald. Like he can't leave the house. He probably has to go to the bathroom and he can't leave the house. He has to guard this guy. Now she walks downstairs, she sees him. Now I think this is the moment where, or after the moment where Lily tells um Brian, do you want something to drink? She says, do you want some water? And he's like, no, I don't want water. I want something stronger. So I
Mm.
think this is a moment where she's going to go and grab something and probably attack the agent to attempt to escape with, or maybe just let Brian go.
Okay. Okay.
Or the police officer, because I could be calling him the wrong Brian, but just
Okay.
trying to let him free him. Free him.
Right. Just get him out of there. Okay. Okay. Jeremy, you think that's what's going on? You got anything else to add?
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree. And there is a moment, excuse me, I think there's a moment in one of the trailers where the same guy that gets decked upside the head with that bottle or pitcher of water home. And Lily says, oh, it looks like you had a rough day. And then Donald's like, not as rough as you're about to have it. So I'm
Mm.
thinking that, yeah,
True.
she helps the officer escape.
True.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, yeah. I mean, she seems to be captured in that house like forever. Like she's not getting away at all. I mean, I remember the time when they both, took shots at each other. He was trying to get out. It was just not happening. So absolutely, absolutely. Okay, okay. What it looked like edition. What's next? If you just joined us, family, absolutely hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channels. We are absolutely breaking this down. This is the final predictions before the Oval airs tonight with episode 12. All right. What it looked like. We'll go back to you, Jeremy. Man, oh man, oh man. This is gonna be a crazy one. Man, I mean, what's gonna happen next, Jeremy? What do you predict? I mean, this conversation is gonna be super uncomfortable for Nancy, right?
Yes, the fact that she's right in the middle too, right
Yeah.
in the middle of the drama. Um, we know that in the promo for the night, she's going to slap Richard in the face, and I'm just sitting here like, what in the world does he
Mm,
say that warrants getting slapped in the face by his cheating wife, who was
mm.
in a long-term affair, semi-relationship with his father?
Right.
I'm thinking that this is the classic dinner scene of any Tyler, not just Tyler Perry, but any black film or television show. All the tea's going to be
Mhm.
spilled, despite the fact that the glasses look empty and the plates are clean. I'm thinking that Nancy, who said, you know what? I'm going to answer every question. I'm going to give you an answer. She won't be able to deal with the fact that she has to come face to face with her past, not just face to face, but actually fess up to it. My question
Yeah.
is, who's going to reveal the truth first?
Mm.
His dad or his wife?
Right, right, right. And you mentioned the slap. I have that as well. But this right here is the before the slap happens, right? And T could definitely jump on in there. You see that the question that was asked, I saw the clip. The question was asked is, I want to talk about you effing my wife, right?
Wife.
And it looks like the father, he's like, I will not be spoken to like that, right? So Tika, talk to me. What is going to happen next after this? Like, is the father going to leave? Is it going to be a brawl? Like, what do you think, Tika?
Listen, first of all, can I say shout out to my Instagram page, Original TP Ruthless Fans. We finally got this thing tapped in. We over here talking about the Oval tonight. So again, thank you. You are also, we're streaming with VACAY-JTV, and y'all know this guy down below, our kind of entertainment. So shout out to
Yes.
y'all on original TV plans, TV fans on Instagram, y'all. But anyway, with that being said, listen, the plate has been served. It might be empty on that table,
Mhm.
but Richard is about to eat. Listen, because Nancy has been lying to this man since she announced that Picky was her son. She had not, I'm
Right.
not going to say she has been lying to him. I'll say she has only been giving him half of the story. And that truth serum, angel's breath, angel's trumpet, devil's horn, whatever it
Right.
was that the highest served to her, she literally spilled her true feelings. And now daddy's walking in the room as if he doesn't know that Richard knows what Nancy has been telling him. So clearly he's coming in blindsided. And once the truth is revealed, and I'm sure Richard is going to be real disrespectful because you've been messing with my wife. And that's when we're going to have that moment where Richard's that is like, you can't talk to me like that. And Nancy
Mhm.
he probably going to call her a H or a B or a
Ooh.
one of those explicitives. And that's what she's going to have to lay hands on Richard. But I'm ready. Like, this is my most looking forward to scene, whether it happens tonight, whether it happens next week, whenever. I am looking forward to this scene. We've been waiting for it since we found out that Picky was her son.
Absolutely. I,
Yep.
I I think I said it in my video, and I think you guys may have said the same thing. Like, Richard's father's walking in there like, okay, I'm just here for dinner. Like, he has no idea what's about to happen. Like, what questions are going to be coming his way. So he's definitely going to be blindsided. Absolutely. Jeremy, you want to add on?
No, basically, we had the Picky subject brought up, and I was just had that revelation of, oh yeah, this is going to be the first time potentially this is going to be addressed on screen with the man
Mm,
Nancy had a son with. And I just recall that in the trailer, just the
yeah.
dad just being completely off guard, saying, you know
Yeah.
what? Hey, who are you to talk to me? I'm not going to sit here and let you talk to me in this matter.
Yes.
And it just makes me think about Richard and how better I feel about this storyline than the Sam and Priscilla stuff, in regards to, the angry spouse who has every reason to be angry. But in the Sam
Mm-hmm.
and Priscilla situation, you have it where you could see why Sam did what he did versus the Priscilla side, where it's like she doesn't fess up to her own shortcomings in terms of not pleasing her man. Now, with the
Mm-hmm.
Richard thing, it's just sad because a lot of people will say, man, that happened decades ago, move on. But it's like, no, because Richard in the present is finding out about these things. And think about the last few decades that have been lies. Because if I remember
Right.
correctly, when she was high, Nancy even said, your father's bigger than you and he's better in bed than you. And like,
Mm-hmm.
to make up for that whole thing I did during the affair, I decided to please you however you wanted to. And it wasn't even that great. Like this poor man was just supposed to be
Yes.
serving things at the White House, and he's being served just truth bomb after truth bomb in his own home. I feel bad
Oh
for
yeah.
Richard.
Yeah, I mean, I did a whole video on it. Like, I felt
No,
bad for Richard. I did feel bad for even Sam, but we're not gonna go there with Sam. But I did feel bad for Richard because I'm like, bro, like, how do you handle that emotionally? How do you deal with this truth after 20, 30 some odd years? Like, it's just crazy. Okay, okay. But we do see, as you guys have already mentioned, we do see the slap going on. I wonder what he said to her. I mean, it has to be something crazy for Nancy. I don't think I've ever seen Nancy do anything physical in this manner except for, try to do a backflip in the in the hospital. You remember that?
Yeah.
like the backflip and the twerk.
Yeah.
Right, the backflip, the twerk, and everything else.
Yeah.
So we're gonna find out what you guys in the chat. Put it down below in the comments. What do you think Richard is going to say to upset Nancy so much that she absolutely slaps him? All right, let's go on to the next. This is the
You got the
What's
Chris
Next
Rock treatment.
edition.
Can I
Okay.
play devil's advocate real quick? Can I
Yeah,
play
yeah.
devil's advocate? What if this whole thing was a lie and she never messed around with the daddy and it was somebody else and daddy is like deny, deny, deny? Like what if it
That
was
would be
that?
crazy, right?
I'm gonna play devil's
That would
advocate
be
with Nancy. That's
crazy,
my
but I don't
girl, but
think so. It just seems like
You think Tyler
I,
would
I
flip
don't
it
think that's
like
the
that?
case. Well, two things.
Yeah,
First of all, nah, nah. I
yeah.
think first of all, it should be Richard slapping his dad, going, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth." That would have
There
been
you go.
perfect. But that would have been perfect.
If Tyler wrote that, I would be like,
But
"Come
what
on,
did
man."
they say? Good thing. Hey, I would have loved it. But I think that Nancy, what did they say? Like drunk men tell no tales, loose lips sink ships. I think them
Mhm.
drugs make the truth come out. So I don't think it was a lie. Personally, I don't think it's a lie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I personally don't think it's a lie either. For her to like go through all of that and be on the drugs and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. Okay. Let's move on. But thank you for being devil's advocate, Tika. We know we can rely on you for that. Okay. All right.
sure, for sure.
What does it look like? We got your boy Bobby Baby, as Tika calls him, Bobby Baby, and he has the strap, and that looks like Cal, right? Is that Cal? Who is that
Yes,
Cal? Am I wrong?
yes,
Okay. What do you think is going on here? Like,
that's right.
why does he have the strap on him? Tika, what do you think? We'll start with you.
That's a good one because you know what? In the midst of me trying to screenshot all of this stuff, I did not capture that particular him, Bobby Baby, on my other guy, Cal. Like, wait,
Yeah.
what? So he could have rolled up on Bobby
Hmm.
for some shape, form, or fashion. Maybe he doesn't know that he's the connection. Because Bobby is more than likely still guarding Simone, or he's maybe
Okay.
still somewhere around Simone, and they see this strange vehicle pull up. other than Bobby trying to get in the bed with Simone, or Simone trying to get in bed with Bobby. But maybe she's like, what is that strange vehicle outside the house? I don't recognize that vehicle. Maybe it's them trying to go, or him at least trying to go see Simone. That's just I don't know. So I'm just thinking this way.
Okay. Okay. What do you think, Jeremy? What do you think is going on here?
I agree, because Bobby doesn't know about the FBI connections with Cal and my third boo on the Oval. I forget her name because I haven't watched her in Ruthless yet. But
see
I
that
think
she's my
that
boo.
they
That's
come up.
Desiree. That's Desiree. That's my boo. See, I remember her name.
Okay, we'll see about that. Okay. But we got Bobby over at the VP's house, because if I remember correctly, him and Max were at the box truck with Manny, and I don't
Right.
remember if Bobby actually left. Was he still in the truck talking with Max, or did he leave?
I think he left. I remember him going somewhere. I don't remember where, but I remember
Okay.
he did
Okay,
leave.
well,
They split up.
plus Priscilla was over at the VP's house with Simone. So I could imagine that maybe Cal does show up to the house and Bobby's like, what are you doing here? But yeah, I
Right.
think it's the fact that yet again we have two players unknowingly on the same team. This is a tense
Yeah.
moment, but I think it's going to de-escalate once they figure out, because if I remember correctly, Cal and Desiree are at Alan's apartment and they're going to be there talking with Dale. Then they're going to leave. So
Right.
I don't know. Maybe they might show up at the VP's house.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably all correct. Everything you guys are saying is all correct. Yeah, they don't know who each other are. Like Bobby has no idea who Cal is. Like they've never been introduced. So absolutely. But yes, Desiree, that's her name, Jeremy. I got your back though. I got your back. You know, we'll discuss offline, you know. We'll flip a coin, okay?
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
But those of you in the audience in the comments that are saying that's not Kyle, that's not Kyle. That's
No, it's
Cal.
not Kyle. Cal.
C-A-L. So just in case y'all get it confused, both of them fine as on the way. Like I like both of them, but I'm just saying that's Cal. C-A-L.
Yeah, Jeremy, you'll see. Tika got a lot of booze on these Tyler Perry shows, you know, like
Listen, don't
everywhere.
judge me.
Likewise.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. What it look like? What's next? What is going on here? Again, we got Simone and we got, I call him the fake Barack Obama, Eli. What is she talking about?
Hey.
Who is she talking to? And he just walked in on her speaking. I'll start with you, Jeremy. What do you think is going on here, brother?
Oh, let me check my notes, because I actually talked about this in my trailer breakdown.
Okay.
Simone. I believe she is on the phone with Priscilla.
Yeah.
And she's giving her some bad news. Hang on one second here. Priscilla. Because Priscilla says something to the effect of, I hate to tell you this. And then Simone says something to the effect of, you know what? I can't stand him. And I think they're talking about the VP stuff. I think Priscilla might find out something about Eli, relays the message to Simone, and then she goes off. Now, this does look like Eli is stepping, home. So after his long day at the office, he comes home, finds Simone in this position, but then it doesn't add up because Simone is going to be in bed with Bobby. So I'm thinking maybe Eli comes in after Simone hears this, whatever bad news it is. They have a bit of a a fight, and then Eli probably just leaves to, go see his real first lady, if you will. And then Simone calls Bobby up, and then, well, hey, she gives it to him. Bobby baby, full effect.
Bobby baby in full effect. Okay. Good stuff. Tika. You know, you going along those same lines? Is this misdirection?
I can rock with that. Simone finds out her man just ran away from the White House looking crazy, pulling his drawers up and smelling like Victoria walking into the house, but she's on the phone with somebody else. Could be Bobby, could be still Victoria, but he's definitely gonna walk in on one of these conversations. So Eli, I just gotta say, Russell Thomas, man, you know, I had it bad for you at one moment, but now that I see you messing around with Sleazy Victoria, my feelings are just so hurt. That's all I gotta say. But shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all.
So hurt. Okay. Okay.
He was supposed to be the good guy. He was supposed to
Right.
save everybody. He was supposed to protect
Yeah.
everybody, but he just ended up being bad.
That's right. I mean, this is the Oval, right? Just like Ruthless, right? You would think we got hope, but then turn around, they just flip the script on us. It's like, forget it. They're just like everybody else, right? So,
Right.
my
Yep.
question is for you guys is this: is Priscilla, if that's correct, Jeremy, that she is on the phone with Simone? Priscilla is on the phone with Simone. Is the bad news that she found out that Hunter caught Eli with Victoria in the Oval Office, and Priscilla's just relating
That
that?
makes the most sense.
Yeah.
That makes the most sense. I guess the question is, how would Priscilla know about that?
Right. Right. Right.
Because
Right.
if
Like
I
who?
remember correctly, Victoria told Eli that the doors were locked. Because I think
Mm,
as Hunter made it down to the Oval on them crutches, I'm like, yeah, I know he's the president who's inactive right now, but if the doors were locked, how did he make it in there? Or did Victoria? Well, no, Victoria didn't lie because she told Eli, press the button underneath your desk, and then that
right.
automatically locked the doors. So how did
Right.
Hunter get inside there? So
Do you think? Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know. I honestly, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so how about this? And I'm gonna pose this to both of you. I mean, this is great stuff. This is great stuff, right? You know, we love to overanalyze and predict and
Right.
everything. How about, yeah, we do remember her saying, "Hey, press that button," right? It's gonna lock all the doors, right? Remember how Jason used to weave in and out every room? Maybe Hunter knows about these secret compartments to go into each and every other room. What do you think about that, Tika? Tika, anyone
Yeah,
can jump in.
that's exactly where I was going. That's exactly where I was going. Jason is real good at getting in and out of the little cracks and crevices of every room, just about every room in that White House. And I think that that is how Hunter found his way into that bedroom, because all I see was, what the hell? And I'm just like, I'm with it. Like, I think once one of those trap doors, one of those special doors, Hunter in his sickened manner found his
Hmm.
way through one of those doors. Now, if he made his way into that actual front door, then Eli sucks at cheating, because he clearly didn't push the button. He clearly did not push the button all the way.
Or maybe he got so excited that he pressed the button twice.
Right?
Because I'm trying to think, how would Hunter with those crutches make it through those little cracks and crevices or whatever the case is? Maybe he just didn't do it, right? We'll see. We'll see. This is good stuff. Good stuff. All right. What it look like, family? I see all of your comments. Definitely, absolutely. If you definitely want to highlight it, you already know what to do. Definitely show some love. Send the super chats or super stickers, and we'll highlight your comment. All right, family? All right, let's get back to it. This is exciting stuff to me because, I saved like the best for the, latter part of the slides. So we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Family, if you just joined us, definitely hit that like button. All right, here we go. All right. What is going on here? Who is Simone talking with? Bobby Baby's right by her side. Is this, and I'm just going to throw it out there and see if you guys agree or not. Is this just a secret meeting that Simone, Bobby, and Priscilla's having somewhere? Because I'm looking at boxes. It looks like the warehouse or something. What do you guys think? I'll start with
Yes,
you, Jeremy.
FBI agents. I'm thinking the FBI agents show up too. That's why Bobby had Cal at gunpoint, because it's like, look, you ain't supposed to be here. And then when he, identifies who he is, that's when they all come together.
Gotcha.
Also,
Okay.
Simone is wearing a completely different outfit from when she was on the couch with Priscilla.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm thinking this meeting. Yeah, Eli probably comes home after getting busted at the White House. Him and Simone kind of get into it. And then she's like, you know what? We got to call a meeting right now. And then after the meeting's over, well, Bobby is getting basically, you could tell he's undressing her of his eyes right now. You can look directly at him. Yeah, that's Bobby. That's what he's doing. I know what Bobby's
That's what he
thinking.
does.
Yep.
That's right. Because we all thinking it, right? Right, Jeremy? We all. It's good to so Tika, you know, I love my ladies. You know, I love my ladies. You know, I mostly have ladies on the show, Jeremy, but it's good to have another brother on the show to kind of, you know, bounce off of. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to the other.
I'm not mad at that at all. Just remember VCE. That's all.
VCE. Okay. Okay. All right. So Tika, you agree with this? We in the warehouse. We're in the secret location. Okay.
Yeah,
FBI?
definitely. So just like Jeremy was saying, instead of him pulling up on them outside of the house, he's pulling up at this particular warehouse or this location, and he's, you know, questioning Cal, and then they all go inside and have this meeting. It's the meeting of the powers that be, you know. It's necessary. They got to have this meeting because Eli has just gone too far in being a part of the shenanigans of Hunter as well as Victoria. So this has to be that FBI meeting with Cal, your girl Desiree, as well as Simone and Bobby. And who else is going to be there? I'm looking forward to it. Maybe Priscilla will meet at this spot as well.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna pull the next slide, family. I want to know, and anybody can jump in. How do we go from this to this? Okay. How do we get here? Because I mean, I knew she was really just like fronting, you know, faking a fraud, like she didn't really want Bobby. You know, at first she was like, I know you want me. And then he's like, no. And she's like, well, you're not my type. You know, I think she was faking everything, you know, but she's always wanted Bobby. So I want to know your guys' opinion. You know, we'll start with you, Tika. How do we get here? Like, she's pulling off his clothes.
I told you she's been coming on to Bobby, whether it's a look, whether it's you know, like he has to be the one to go with her everywhere. She's been giving him that eye from the beginning. Since they put Bobby on that detail with her. So she wants somebody, baby. Like he community D anyway. So why not? Go ahead, Bobby. Give in, Bobby. Give in.
Bobby gonna sleep with everybody's wife. I'm telling you right now.
But for some reason with her, he's resistant, and I don't know quite yet why he's resistant. Maybe he knows that if he goes down this rabbit hole of messing with somebody else's wife again, he'll end up in that same situation where he and Sam was in, where Sam almost popped him. You know what I mean? So maybe that's why he's so hesitant. But just give in, Bobby. Go on and give her what she wants. She probably not getting it from Eli anyway, so why not? Give her some attention.
Got you. Jeremy, if you were in this position, are you holding your clothes back or are you ripping it off with her?
I mean, I ain't going to turn none down but my collar unless she rips it off. I mean, I'm just sitting here just like, this lucky SOB. I mean, come on. Simone has been bae ever since she whooped Victoria's behind when she went to the White House. Something Priscilla has not done over the course of the past 4 seasons. All she's been doing is talking smack. Simone, at the very inkling, the very thought that her husband was being poisoned by the manipulation of Victoria, she went to the White House and showed Victoria who was the baddest chick. Now, I'm thinking, like you all, I wholeheartedly agree. Simone has been attracted to Bobby since day one, but it's kind of like a conflict of interest in terms of, you know what? I like this guy, but I need to see first if I can get him on my team. You know, I need to see what, you know, side he's playing. And if he happens to be on my side, then let the clothes fall where they may. But I'm thinking, again, her and Eli have a falling out. They go to this warehouse meeting. Everything's all cool. She asked Bobby to take her home and then take her to see the promised land because she's bitter at her husband and she's been wanting Bobby for quite some time. But sadly, the sad part is about Bobby. even though I don't really show sympathy for a guy who sleeps around with other people's wives, he's typically only being used by these women. Lily mistreated by her husband, and if I remember, Donald hired him to get, evidence of adultery and whatnot. If
Right.
there was a divorce or something that ever happened between him and Lily, then of course Priscilla, we know they only got involved because she was mad at Sam. And when they were finally alone, again, Priscilla is all talk. She just wanted to leave. And now you finally have a woman who wants to give it up to Bob. Hey, I don't blame him one bit. I salute Bobby.
Salute. Let's go. Let's go. Listen, I don't know. Do you think this is gonna happen though? Because remember last time, Bobby was in this position with Priscilla, and she was like, "Oh no, this is not.
Priscilla won't ripping his clothes off, man.
I know, true.
Priscilla won't ripping them clothes off.
Yeah. She wasn't. She was all like being all dainty or whatever, right? Okay. So Bobby about to
spent like
throw it
5
down.
episodes telling Bobby, "Oh, we're gonna have a fun time." Yep. Sam, this is what he gets. And then when she finally gets there, "Oh, hi. I'm just gonna sit on the other side of the couch, sip on this wine. I've had a long day." But you were just gassing him up like an hour ago. What happened, Priscilla? No.
True. Okay. All right. What it look like, family? I see you, family. What's going on? My brother Brillo in the house. What's good, my brother? Salute to you. Salute to everybody coming through. We have Jeremy from Our Kind of Entertainment and Tika Deshawn from All Things Ruthless. I am VACAY-J. If you find us for the first time, do us a favor. Make sure you hit that like button if you're watching on each and every one of our channels, and absolutely hit that subscribe button if you are here for the very first time. We appreciate you. All right. What it looked like, final predictions. What's next for the Oval? We're coming down to the wire, fam. Let's go to the next one. All right. That's Bobby Baby. That's his back. All right. Now, next one. Here we go. What is going on with Sam? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to start with Jeremy. I see 2 photos here. Okay. One, I'm not too sure of. It looks like a big pot or something. It looks like, I don't know if he's walking into a lab or if this is outside somewhere. Maybe that's a garbage can. And then we see on the right, we see him walking in with the strap. I'm thinking he's holding, the strap and walking into this place. What do you think is going on, Jeremy, right here?
Yep. Now, I believe in the thumbnail you made for this live, it also had a picture of Nancy looking like she's coming through the same entrance as Sam. She's covered in shadow. We see a little bit of light. It almost seems like they're in the same location. Now, in the trailer I couldn't decipher if the trailer we got, because like we said earlier, there were 2 different trailers, if it was for this week's episode or season 5B, encompassing many episodes. But we do have a scene where Jason and a bunch of hooded guys are in Richard's house, and it looks like they're abducting Nancy. And I was thinking that I wonder if they're taking Nancy to this location because it looks exactly like where Sam's coming into. And you're right, it looks like some sort of pod or something. And this could indeed be the location of that warehouse meeting, because Priscilla just found out recently from Simone that Sam was involved with moving the first son. So this could all be coming together, but I'm also thinking that trailer could be semi-misleading, because how much of what was in that trailer is going down tonight?
Right.
So I'm thinking this could be that warehouse meeting.
Okay. Tika, any words on this? If you can speak on it, if you can't, just smile. All right, we're gonna move on, family. We're gonna move on. Family, drop your predictions below. I agree with you, Jeremy. I think that's exactly what's going on. It may be misdirection on one part. I do have those slides coming up with Nancy as well. We're gonna talk about that with these guys. They're not in purple, so it's not the Raku, right? It's not the Raku. Okay.
Now that trailer, I will say this much, that trailer does have bits and pieces of what's going to happen in the remainder of the season. So everything in that one trailer is not going to happen tonight. I know that for a fact. I'll just say this very moment, and this is about the most that I can say. This doorway you'll be shocked. That's all I can say. You're gonna be shocked. That's it. That's
Okay,
it.
again, be careful, be very careful. All right, we know for sure that some familiar faces will be popping up very very soon, on either this season or next season. All right, that's all we can
Oh,
say.
it's
All right,
definitely
let's get
this season.
most definitely this season. Okay, well,
Yeah,
definitely this
definitely.
season. Tika said it. All right, we'll talk offline, Jeremy. We'll talk offline,
If it's
Jeremy. Definitely.
Dale, everybody's gonna lose their mind.
I know, I
Yeah,
know.
okay.
So you were talking about this right here where he popped up, right? In the apartment.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see if I
Yep.
have anything else. Right. So they're talking and he's looking for help, right? That's exactly what's going on here, right? He's looking for help, he's looking for refuge, right? Anything else gonna happen? Is he gonna try to ask him to help him take down his parents? Anybody could jump in.
I think he will because he at this moment he doesn't feel like he has any other resources, any other people that can actually help him. Like I said earlier, for some reason he always runs to Alan. Like that's his safe haven, even though he's done the most to Alan's life as far as Ellie goes.
Yeah.
He's just running to Alan all the time, and with all we know, Alan could be just like Jason, but he just made it out for some reason, which is why they connect. But yeah, he's definitely gonna ask him for help. Maybe Alan will make the correct phone call, because if he turns him over to Donald, then it's a wrap. But if he calls Sam,
Mhm.
then we'll know that he's actually trying to help Jason.
Got you. Got you. Anything you want to add, Jeremy?
I think it goes back to when Jason was still at the White House and he would occasionally stop in Alan's office. And Alan was one of the first people Jason felt like was a real friend. And when you got
Mm,
to think, and it's a dangerous thing, but you got to get inside the mind of a twisted, psychotic person like Jason.
yeah.
Typically, when you and a friend have a dispute over something, you don't instantly point a gun at them, you talk it out. But Jason has that mindset of, if you're a friend, oh, he's going to love you and cherish you. But if you do
Mhm.
one thing he doesn't like, he'll assume you're against him and an enemy. Because I remember that boiled down to Alan busting him upside the head with a guitar because he was
Mhm.
about to slash Ellie's throat. Now,
Right.
I think Jason realizes that the only person he could actually come to is Alan, despite the fact that he had a gun on him for like 3 episodes until Alonzo came in there to save him. So I think it boils down to Jason going back to his friend for help. But you also think back to the first time he was in that log cabin and he stabbed the
Mhm.
guy who was watching him a few times. I remember thinking then, what exactly is Jason's planning to do? I mean, these are the only people who have said, "Hey, we're looking out for you because we need you to bring down your parents." And also remember, the whole world thinks he's dead. So
Right.
I don't know what his plan of action is if he doesn't get help from Alan. I mean, I was shocked when Kyle told Donald that the phone call Jason made at the end of episode 100 to Victoria was in the actual White House. So that means
Yeah.
Jason made it back, called his mom, and then left, which is weird, but in his character to do, because we know he can sneak in and out of places. I mean,
Right.
still freaks me out to this day when Hunter was in the bathroom sending private part pics to Ellie, and Jason just came out of the bathtub and he's like, whoa,
Yeah.
what are you doing? And then he just disappeared behind it too. So
Yeah.
I don't know what Alan is going to do. What my thing is this: I wonder how Dale's going to react to this if he is still even there, because remember the FBI offers him witness protection. So
Right.
I'm wondering if Dale is still around, how's he going to react to this?
Right. 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 Because they're in Alan's bedroom, right? So he somehow, some way, maybe
Yep.
went through the window. He's in Alan's bedroom, and they're talking in the bedroom. So, anything you want to add, Tika, to that, to what Jeremy
Listen,
just said, or can
I
you?
I don't know if I can talk about this part. I don't
Okay.
know if Dale left with the FBI. they offer him some type of safety, so it would be easy for Jason to go into the home. But then also, if you look at that one picture with the brick wall, there's like a what do you call those things that it's like stairs that you can go up, and probably he could have took those
A
little
fire
stairs, or
escape.
I don't know
Fire escape.
what, yeah, fire escape, thank you. Take
Fire
that
escape.
and got into the
Mhm.
bedroom, or some type of way he could have snuck into the bedroom.
Right.
um
Okay.
or he could have got into a bathroom window and then made his way into Alan's bedroom. But I honestly, even though I know that Jason is such a creep, I actually have empathy for him, and not for the sake of him taking down Hunter and them. I just want him away from that family so he can like just go get some help. Just go get some real help. Um Will he be Michael Myers after that? I don't know, but he just, I really, he's a child regardless, and he's messed up for a reason. But
He's
because
a
they didn't get
monster.
him the proper care and treatment that he needed, now he's loony and just terrorizing everybody. But hey, they did try to unalive him too, so I mean, they just as bad as him.
So Jeremy, you disagree with that?
Save
You said he's a
He
Jason,
killed
monster.
save
my baby
Jason.
Gene.
Yeah, yeah, he did.
Huh?
He
He
killed
did.
my baby Gene. Let him burn in the depths of the devil's
Well,
realm. I do not care.
Gene should have took up. I ain't blaming Gene. I'm not victim shaming, but Gene
Uh,
knew that Jason was a creep. This dude, he was undressed in front of her, so she should have known not to go. I don't care what Victoria said. She should have known not to go in that bedroom with Jason by herself. She should have known better. Like, come on
This is
now.
my
You
first
should have
and
took
last live
Priscilla.
stream
You
because
could have
you will
took.
not
What's
desecrate the memory
you
of
gonna
Hot
be
Blue
all
like
right?
that. Come on.
I'm a ruthless addict, and we talk about ruthless things, and this is just how it is. You got to be real about the situation. Why would you put yourself in a position to where you may be confronted by an adversary? That's all I'm saying.
Listen, Jeremy, she
In the
really
day and
thinks
age
different.
we live in,
I know. She thinks really different. Like, so she'll come off from left field sometimes. So yeah. This is good, but this is good stuff. I like, we can agree to disagree, which is cool too. It's cool too. All right, let's keep it going,
victim
family.
shame.
We almost
Okay.
here we go, Jeremy. This is what you were talking about earlier. Okay, I got some good picks on this one right here. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you did.
yeah, she walked in. Is okay. So here's the question for both of you guys. Is this the same scene? Because I don't know if this is the same scene, right? Like she is walking into this particular door, but I don't know. Like on the other side of in the darkness where she's looking, are those guys waiting for her? I mean, is it something else going on? What do you think, Jeremy?
I think it could be something else. It all boils down to when these events take place in the episode because we know Nancy is not wearing this outfit when she's sitting there with Richard and Clarence, his dad.
Right.
So could that warehouse meeting have happened earlier in the episode and Nancy just somehow finds her way there? I mean, keep in mind, she's looking rather timid, of course, going into this seemingly unknown area, but why would her abductors allow her to have her purse with her? You know?
Mhm.
Because it might have a cell phone or something in it. So it almost seems like they grabbed her to take her to a specific location. Now, I think it might boil down to, man, I hate to say this, but Barry, because remember, he's allegedly still alive, even though it makes no
Allegedly.
sense based off of previous statements.
Yeah.
Remember, because the body at the morgue wasn't his, even though in the season 4 finale, the police officer showed Richard a bag of things which he identified as berries. But then in the beginning of this season, when T from the Parkers asked
Yeah.
him questions in the morgue, he said, those aren't my sons. And I'm like, wait, what? So I don't know. It's kind of like the magic bullet where Barry and Richard were fighting at the season 1, and the bullet
Mhm.
somehow penetrated the car door, hit the
Right.
sidewalk, and went inside of that window,
The
killing that
house.
old guy at the church. And I'm like,
Yeah.
how does that make sense? So I
Yes.
don't know.
Make it make sense.
I will never
Right?
forgive that.
Yeah. I don't forget that too. Like it was kind of like, huh? What? How did that even happen? Tika, are you able to speak on this scene right here? If not, just smile and wave.
Now I could speak on the scene where Nancy's getting snatched up. I don't know who the
Okay.
hell is snatching up Nancy right about now. Just as you stated earlier, nobody's in purple.
Right.
Um, oh, oh boy, Nancy girl, what did you do now? You know, Nancy is that nosy person.
Remember,
Like
Jason.
if you tell her not to do something, she's gonna do the opposite of what you tell her. So
Mhm.
somebody probably threatened the
You're
family,
right.
and Richard was like, "Leave it alone, let me handle it." But Nancy
Mhm.
decides to go and investigate
Anyway.
as she always
Mhm.
does, and ends up getting snatched up. But I will say that this scene and the scene on the right, her getting snatched up, and the scene of her walking in this door, don't really happen at the same time.
Ah. Okay, okay. All right. Doesn't happen at the same time.
Call the
Ah.
pics.
All right. Okay. That's good enough for me. I mean, anything you want to add on? Anything you want to add on, Jeremy? I mean, I think we got what we need.
Nah.
I think we got what we need.
Yep.
Okay, okay. All right, all right. Help me out here because this was a puzzle piece for me, right? Is Donald getting locked
Yeah.
up? Yeah, because okay. So we got the first pick, right? He's giving some documents. I think those are probably some secret documents. I don't know who he's giving it to. Of course, you know, Cal's there, right there.
Alan.
Is the person Alan? Is the person in the middle? Oh, he's giving it to Alan. I got you. Is the person
Yes.
in the middle Donald? Are they carrying Donald away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
think
definitely.
so
Oh, I'm sorry.
because here's my thought process. Hunter is going to have an epiphany at the beginning of the episode because Victoria and maybe even Eli will just explain everything. He has that moment where he's broken, realizing how small he really is in the grand scheme of things. But to be fair, Hunter was told this countless times throughout the entire series. You're not who you think you are. The
Hmm.
presidency is just a title. You don't run a dang thing in this entire operation. This is bigger than you. So now he's going to have a hissy fit. And this dude has been delusional for the past 2 seasons. I mean, if I remember correctly, ever since the ending of season 2, when he was shot at,
Hmm.
he began to think, who's working against me? Victoria? Was it her dad? Donald, are you on my side? So I think his paranoia about the drugs being laced combined with
Hmm.
finding out about this affair is going to break him. And he's just going to go. I mean, he's already been on the warpath going after everyone he thinks is involved or could be involved with the drugs. Now that he's going to realize everything around him is fake, he's like, Donald, you're fake. You're behind is out of here. Hence why I think you can almost see the tie on Donald on the picture in the
Let me
middle.
pull it back up.
It almost
Yeah.
looks like his tie right there, and then combine it to the right picture where he's looking through the bars. Like, what are you doing down here? And remember,
Right.
Victoria is also going to get apprehended too, so everybody's going to get it. Yeah,
Yeah. That's what it looks like. So when I caught that middle picture right there, I caught the face a little bit, but it was a little bit too blurry. So again, you know, we are playing what it looks like. So, but I'm looking at the color scheme of the suit that he's wearing and the shirt. It does match the one that's in the jail and the one on the left. So that's definitely down on there carrying him away. I believe I agree with you. Your boy Hunter, he's gonna be on a warpath. He's taking everybody down. I mean, he finally found out the truth. Like he finally sees, you know, the fake Barack Obama with Victoria. I mean, everything he's going crazy. Like he's busting, you know, rubber bullets at you know, Kareem and that, like he's going crazy. So I agree with that. Tika, did you want to add on?
Listen, what if Hunter has has Donald put that blanket over his head just to see, because you know he's all confused and shaking, and kidneys are leaking everywhere, and he really, his mind is really not clear. So he probably doesn't, maybe he doesn't really know who he saw in there with Victoria. So what if he's in the moment of like bring Donald in here and now it's like put the blanket over your head. Let me see. Now walk out of the door. Or or he could get just or Eli could get just that pissed off at Donald and go ahead because he's trying to assert whatever power he thinks he has, and he's gonna send him down to the jail. But I'm here for it. Plus, I'm definitely looking forward to Victoria being behind a few bars. I'm here for that.
Okay, yeah, we didn't get to that yet, but I got that though.
My bad. Oh, you got that too. I'm sorry.
I got it all. Listen, family, when I get down to it, VACAY definitely gets the nooks and crannies of each and everything, just like all of us, do. You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect you guys a lot. Family, if you're just joining us, again, we are talking about what's next for the next episode and also the season as well. So if you like what you hear, if you're enjoying yourself, definitely hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to each and every one of our channels if you haven't done so already. All right, we're coming down to the wire, family. We're coming down to the wire. Here we go, fam. What is going on here? Okay. I mean, Richard has always tried to be the voice of reason to Priscilla. Priscilla is like a beast, right? When she's on a war path and when she's like made her mind up, there's no stopping Priscilla, right? Like, and we found out that she has major connections, right? In and outside of the White House. Like she, at some point I thought she was a plant. I really thought she was a plant. She wasn't just, working with serving people. I thought she was a plant in this whole thing. But what do you think is going on with these three right here? I mean, yeah, we'll start with you, Jeremy. What do you think is going on here? She's like, yeah, I am the fire, right?
First things first. In season 2, if I'm correct, wasn't it mentioned that Priscilla and Richard both were like CIA or something like that? And that was completely dropped. We never heard of that again. I remember like, oh, okay, that explains it. But then it got to the point where, okay, we're just going to drop that by the wayside. I mean, Richard, if he really is CIA, why doesn't he have them try to find Barry or something as opposed to always putting it on Sam? Well, that's all I'll say on that matter. My second point is Richard's like, you need to stop playing with fire. I am the fire. Sit down, Miss Doubtfire. You are not the fire. Priscilla has been talking trash for the season 2, 3, 4, and the first half of season 5. She's not about that life, so she needs to stop it. I call her like the Black Cruella DeVille. She's all talk. I love Taja, the actress. She is very talented, but Tyler took the bitter scorn Black woman trope and stretched it out way too long. Remember when she was investigating Jean's murder? I forgot her name. The older maid at the White House who found Jean, and she was in the hospital, and Kyle went in there and killed her. And then we saw like her looking at the cameras, and I'm like, okay, Priscilla is mad at Sam, but we're going to have her own little investigations going on. We never got that. So I feel like yet again, Priscilla is going to do what a lot of these characters do. We got a well-established plan. All the players are in their place, but due to an emotional reaction or just pure stupidity, they're going to step out of line and do what they want and spoil everything. I feel like, again, Richard being the voice of reason, they have a plan about what they need to do. Priscilla's going to act on her own, emotions, and it's going to screw everything up. Let's not forget, this woman was telling Richard, hey, you need to talk to your wife. You need to patch that up. Sam comes in the next second and wants to send him upstairs to his death because Hunter has that gun trained on everybody. So Priscilla is the last person. She's the person I would not want on my team at all because she makes emotional decisions. Her life. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. She makes emotional decisions, messes the whole thing up. It's like she totally loses her mind when it comes down to Sam or anything that has to do with jigging her emotions. Did you want to respond to that, Tika? You have anything to say?
Know.
Real quick, I'm sorry to interrupt. Didn't she tell Simone last week, I still love my husband? I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
After all that stuff going on, I still love my husband. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to add that.
All right, here we go. Tika, yes.
Okay. Now y'all done bashed Priscilla enough. First of all, it hasn't been that long since this man has done her dirty. Yes, she loves her husband. However, there had to be a reason why she went throwing the pee back at him. He had to have done something prior to her not giving him any anymore, which is why he probably was backed up and decided to go and dive into Victoria. Now, with that being said, yes, Priscilla is angry, but she's moving strategically. She's not going to let the left hand know what the right hand is going to do. Just like any woman, you're not going to let the left hand know what the right hand is going to do. Priscilla is ready. She has the means to talk to who she needs to talk to. Listen, all she has to do once she's finally got her stuff together, pick up that telephone, whoever she called that last time around, and she still had her job after calling Victoria everything except the child of God. She has a connection. She may not implement it the way she needs to. She may not battle and throw Priscilla or throw Victoria over the balcony like Simone did. That was an emotional decision. Priscilla is, yeah, she's upset. However, she's moving in the direction that she needs to. Now that she's connected to Simone, she knows that Simone is connected to the FBI. She could put her eggs all together and then they break it down. But I mean, cheat on me and see what happens.
Okay, Jeremy.
I'm calling all my brothers.
I'm looking at your face, Jeremy. I know you got a response to that.
Whole brother, cousins.
Yeah,
I'm done.
Okay, she's done.
I'm about to have a Soldier Boy moment right now. Hang on. Strategic. Can we please break down how that made no sense? Go back to season 1. Priscilla, one of my favorite characters. She was sweet. She was attentive. She was helpful to everybody but Sam. And when you look back, you talk about how there was probably a reason. It doesn't matter if there was a valid reason. What matters is that she did not communicate that to Sam. Never did.
So going and sticking your ping pong somewhere else is okay.
Hell, I'll let you speak.
Going in is okay. I'm just
I'll let you victim shame Gene. I want to have my
time.
time.
Don't make it right.
Let him speak. Let him speak, Tika. Let him speak. Good. It's on you.
2 wrongs don't make a lot. Right. Okay. All Priscilla had to do was have a conversation with Sam. Every time Sam would try to get intimate with her, whether it be over the phone or at home, Priscilla was more concerned with making sure everybody else's home was in order and clean, but never took a moment to say, hey, let me check on my man. No one is wild as I don't know what since the current administration. They've all been running around, long hours, fights at the White House. They would have to go off, go work overtime, and then get a couple hours of sleep before they had to go back in the next day. Not once did Sam say or complain. He would just say, look, baby, it's been a while since we had, intimacy just one-on-one. Priscilla never checked in. It was always, hey, something's wrong with Gene. Nancy, what's going on with Richard? What happened to Barry? And everything, she would check on every other person on this planet except for her man. Now, as a man, I think Tyler wrote it brilliantly because we could see both sides of it. Well, mainly Sam's side. We can see why he was tempted because guess what? The serpent Victoria was giving him the attention that Priscilla wasn't. And when you really think about it, she was dealing with her low down cheating husband, and he was dealing with the wife that wouldn't give him any. So basically, Hunter's chasing after everybody else but his wife. Sam's wife Priscilla was taking care of everybody, not sexually now. I'm talking about emotionally and whatnot, taking care of everybody else. So they found companionship in each other. And it felt like watching The Preacher's Wife. I'm not trying to root for somebody to cheat on their spouse, but you almost felt like a coolness between Victoria and Sam, like when they went on that jog and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So at the end of the season, when Sam went up there, because it's just like Joseph in the Bible, when Potiphar's wife called, he had to come. No pun intended.
Mm.
He had to go see what was up because that's his job. Now,
Yeah.
did she seduce him? Yes. Is
Yes.
it his fault his soldier was standing at attention?
Yep.
Hey, if his wife took care of it, wouldn't have had to worry about it. Because remember,
Mm.
if I remember correctly, after Richard found out about Picky and it boiled down to like funding the funeral, Nancy stayed at Priscilla's and Sam came out of the back, you know, in his birthday suit ready to go.
Yep.
But then he saw Nancy had to grab them pills. Like, oh,
Yep.
so if Priscilla would have handled business, he wouldn't
Mm.
have been up in that room letting Victoria go down on him. So, and then when he came out and she saw that he was a wreck, that's when all this mess started. So I think if Priscilla just took the time to just say, because she's like, well, you know what? It doesn't matter if I had a headache or whatever. The thing is, Priscilla, you never once just, because I remember one time he wanted to get intimate. She literally just scolded him like he was a child. Like, what is wrong with you? You see my head is hurting and I'm tired. Go to sleep, Sam.
I remember that.
All she had to do was have one conversation, and that would have saved a whole lot of trouble. So, was it right for Sam to do it with Victoria in the yellow room? Yeah, that was a bit extreme. But I'm talking about mainly how this whole thing popped off. Priscilla not tending to her man's needs. And if she was emotionally or physically unable to, all she had to do was say, babe, let me tell you what's going on right now. That's all it took. That's all it would have taken. The yellow room stuff, yeah, I get it. I'll agree. This is, well, then again, trying to map out the sisters' timeline in Zatima is hard enough. The Oval is just a whole nother beast in itself. Because yes, I agree. If things are consistent, which in a Tyler Perry show, that's a very dangerous word to use. If things are consistent since like episode 1 to where they are now, then yes, it has not been a long time since Sam's affair. But at the same time, Priscilla needs to look at the main goal, taking down the administration. She's allowing her emotions to screw things up. So do I think she's strategic? When she needs to be, but when she needs to be, more often than not, she's going to make an emotional decision. Because even Simone's like, well, hey, if I'm going to play nice with my husband, you need to play nice with yours. She quickly debunked that I'm not doing a dang thing. And now they're probably going to have to take 5 extra steps that would have been skipped if she would play nice with Sam in the first place. So you could talk about Sam all you want to, but my man ain't make those actions without the cause and effect of his wife not doing what she was supposed to do. And that's all I got to say.
Wow. Okay.
Real men don't cheat. That's the end.
Whatever. Well, again, it is about communication. No, we're gonna go to the next one. This is definitely good stuff. I mean, we definitely want to hear both sides, right? We want to hear both sides. But I mean, I will say this: it's always said that communication is the key. So Jeremy does have a point, but at the same time, Jeremy, like we wouldn't still be talking about this in season 5 if she did communicate with her, right? So we got some good entertainment. We definitely got some good entertainment, but great points on both parts. You guys are the bomb. You guys are the bomb. All right. Let's get back to it. This is good stuff. Good stuff, family. I love it. Okay. All right. Coming down to the wire, family. If you just joined us again, definitely hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you just found us for the first time. Who is this guy on the right? I seen him before. What? I seen him before. I don't know where I remember seeing him, but I'm trying to remember. But is he part of the FBI? Is he CIA? What do you guys think? What it look like? Because we already know Kyle and Desiree's talking to Dale, right? But who is this guy? I wonder.
He does have an interesting face. He has that black suit on, so he's got to be part of the Secret Service, or some other agency, but they're the ones that generally wear the whole black suits. Because if you look at Cal in his grayish FBI-ish outfit, and this guy has on a dark color, so I'm thinking maybe he's another Secret Service player that's coming in, and maybe he'll have something to say, or maybe he just got lucky and made the clip.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he has to have some type of significance, right, Jeremy? Because I mean, they don't just put the clip on anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like he has to be doing something of some type of relevance in this. But I guess we'll find out. We'll find out because we have limited information as to who this guy is. But this is probably the aftermath. Dale. I mean, yeah, Dale, Cal, not Kyle, Cal, and my boo, and maybe Jeremy's boo. You know, that's I'll give it. I'll slide it off to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Desiree. So this is the aftermath, right? So what do you think is going to happen as far as the conversation, right? So we know Kyle, he left after giving the keys to Dale, like, yo, come over, right? So what do you think this conversation is going to be like? We'll start with you, Jeremy.
I'm thinking Dale doesn't immediately take the offer for witness protection because people who don't watch Ruthless tend to forget this man left if I remember correctly, Rockwell, Virginia, because of all the craziness going on with that cult. And he thought he could find refuge in DC. Come to find out, he's in a worse position than he was back at home. I mean, 1 minute you're just hanging out in the back of your truck. The next minute you're in bed with someone who turns out to be a Secret Service agent with a jealous lover who's the chief of staff who had to try to have you killed. Then from there, you're on the run in the woods in a tent with a couple other employees of the White House. Then you're at the mercy of just the vengeance of the president who popped up unexpectedly. So Dale's been through it all. So I'm thinking that kind of like Alan, even though it's frustrating sometimes, where it's like, bro, these people are trying to help you. But when you look at everything the characters have been through up until this point, it's like, how many other people have tried to help or tried to bring the administration down and they failed miserably and gotten killed or something? So maybe the FBI will give Dale an offer that he'll consider, but I just feel like I think he's going to be at the apartment still when Jason is there. I don't think Dale's just going to up and leave, but I think it's quite possible that Dale's going to look at their offer as something he'll think about, but maybe that'll be something they follow up on later in the season.
Okay. Good stuff. Anything you want to add? Beautiful Tika Deshawn.
At this point in time, any decision that Dale makes, it's probably not going to be a good one. Dale has made some of the worst choices since he's been in the DC area. Like, why would you go sleep with some random dude, aka Cal, and now you're being stalked and everything else? So I don't know. I'm hoping that Dale will make the right decision, trust Cal and Desiree. And go with them. Maybe he'll trust them and go with them or go wherever they need to take him. But again, Dale is not known for making great decisions. So this may be another moment where he doesn't, I don't think he's going to go to Kyle's house. I don't think he's going to do that. I just don't believe that he may be ready to trust the FBI enough. But maybe they'll spill a little tea to him and be like, hey, isn't your family in this little small town in Virginia, and they were unalived, and you need to come with us so you can be safe. I doubt that they will connect Ruthless with the Oval like that, but it would be nice to hear something.
Yeah. I was kind of just a little bit off topic, but on topic. I was kind of like thrown off when they did do the crossover and when Jason was there. And I wanted to get your opinion on that because again, if you watch Ruthless, you know that the highest is not too prone to let anyone leave as easy as he did. So I wanted to get your take on that because I know for sure that the Hayes and Daikon were not as ruthless as they usually are in the Oval. So I want to get your quick opinion on that real quick. Like, what did you think about that whole scene and letting Jason go? Let's start with Jeremy.
I did a number of videos on this because if
Okay.
you're watching this, then you know there was a time where I was reviewing Ruthless. I started from episode 1 and I reviewed all the way through up until the halfway point of season 3. But then the show just took a weird turn in terms of having these extended hiatuses where you just didn't know when they would come back. And it would typically come back around the week of Thanksgiving, dropping 3 episodes at once, and then 1 episode after that, and 1 episode after that. And I remember feeling frustrated because even though it is a good show, it just
Mhm.
felt like DLC, like the Marvel shows on Disney Plus. It's almost like extra homework that you have to consume in order to get the main story of the main series, which in this case is the Oval. But the longer you watch Ruthless and you look at the pop-ups when Ruthless characters pop up in the Oval, it's like, well, the Oval spoiled this because at the beginning of season 3, when Barry was in the hospital from the overdose of drugs that the Rakadushi gave him after he got abducted, Ruth came into the hospital room and warned Nancy and Richard never to go back or else. And she was pleading for help. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? We
Mhm.
never follow up on that at
I
all.
do remember
So
that.
when I watch Ruthless, which canonically should be way behind where the Oval is now, it got to the point where Ruth is making this plan. Manny and Joan have this, not Manny, River and Joan have this plan about the money and everything. It just felt like a waste of time because if we're looking at things chronologically, everything they planned is going to fall apart because when Nancy, just like a moron, went to the front gate after Sharon's like, "Don't go there, Miss Nancy," and then she went anyway. She came out and was telling Richard, "Oh, I saw Callie and I saw Ruth and they're doing just fine." And I'm like, "So you're confirming they're still alive and Ruth is still there,
Yep.
meaning all the stuff that we saw them trying to plan isn't going to come to fruition." And
Mm.
now you have it where Jason shows up because I remember going into season 5, I told my audience, look, my videos really ain't getting a lot of views. So I'll watch like the first few episodes of season 5 of the Oval. And if the videos do okay, I'll just keep reviewing
Yeah.
because season 4, in my opinion, was probably the worst season of the Oval. Season 5
Right.
started off promising. It did. And then
Okay.
when Jason got to the compound, I was hyped. I'm like, this is the storyline I want to see. What is Jason? Is he going to turn that place inside out like a playground? Because these are
Yeah.
his kind of people. Or will we see some like cosmic justice where he's going to have to be subjected to the same kind of torture and whatnot he's put his victims through that we've seen and other
Mhm.
victims we may not even know about? However, that was not the case. It felt like, and I said this in the short, I said, I think Tyler Perry did this on purpose because ever since River was introduced in the back half of season 1, if I remember correctly, of Ruthless, people were like, he looks just like Jason. And it
Mm.
almost felt like Tyler put this together to have these two on screen together just so you can go, hey, they look alike, because that's what we've been saying since day one. I mean, look at Jason's time at the compound for like, what, 4 or 5 episodes. 98% of his screen time was with River.
Your river. Yeah.
Then you get to the
Mhm.
point where, yep. Then you get to the point where Daikon identifies him, like, whoa, 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 you look like the first son. Come with me.
Mhm.
And then they go to the highest. And I'm like, oh, snap. It's about to be good.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was gonna be
It
on when they
wasn't that
went to the
good.
highest. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought it was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I know Tika, she was
He
dealing
was
with
so
that because she
welcoming.
yeah. Tika, you was dealing with that, right? Because you have your, your
Yep.
fan club and they were talking about, oh yeah, they look like twins, right, Tika?
Right. Yeah, they absolutely took over. Let us know that Jason Croy, who plays Daniel Croy, who plays Jason, is literally River. Like, I had to post and repost and repost. These two are not the same. Literally put
Right.
a side by side. These two are not the same. However, I think it was genius that Tyler Perry did do that, because that means he's listening to the fans. He's listening and letting everybody know, hey, yeah, these two are not the same. This character is here and this character is there. Now, as far as the highest goes, there's definitely an ulterior motive to why he let Jason leave that Rakadushi compound. this is not the last time that we're going to see, in my belief, that we're going to see the highest and either Jason or the highest and those people at the White House interact. Y'all saw there was like a little image or a little clip, a reel of Ruth as well as the highest with their dressiest outfits on.
Yes. Yeah, I've been posting
And
that.
I feel that at some point they're going to have to make their way to the Rockadushi or to the White House. Now,
White House.
the President Hunter, he's already mentioned the Rockadushi, so he's familiar. Again, they let Jason go because they know who he is. They don't want that kind of attention at the moment. They've got enough with the government always trying to infiltrate them. But I do believe that there is, or there could be, a possibility of a tracker being on that moped that he got on and got away with.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, because I want to know who fixed the bike because what's his name? Yancey, he's been going for a very long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's been going. So who's fixing the bike? That's number one. And what motivated them to fix the bike and then let him go? So I believe, yeah, there has to be some type of tracker on there. Okay. All right, let's get back to this. Let's get back to the Oval. Let's finish this up. Family, if you have been hanging with us all this time, we appreciate you. Definitely hit that like button if you just joined. And again, I am here with Tika Deshawn, all things ruthless, and Jeremy from Our Kind of Entertainment. And I am VACAY-J, and this absolutely is a fun time. You guys are going in. All right, here we are. We're coming down to the wire. He made the phone call. This is just another pick of that, but I wanted to specifically talk about these Oval ninjas. These ninjas are coming through. They're taking Nancy, and now they are taking Jason. I'm really, I don't know if this is going to happen in the next episode, right? But I'm really interested as to who these guys are. Now, why would it be the Secret Service and why would they wrap up their faces? I don't think it's the Secret Service. I don't think it's those guys, even though Donald has been looking for him and trying to capture him and everything else like that. So who do you think these guys are trying to capture Jason? All right. And Nancy. We'll start with you, Tika.
I think these guys are Sam's people. This particular guy right here looks like the guy who's grabbing Jason in this one image. He looks like the guy, and I could be absolutely totally off, but the guy that y'all said, or you said that he stabbed them multiple times when they were in that cabin, that his up here, that's who that looks like to me. So it seems as if they finally pinpointed a position on Jason and they're coming to just snatch him back up. Now, as far as Nancy, again, Nancy is known for being nosy and finding herself in places that she has no business in. So there could have been a moment where they're just like, let's just get her out of the picture so we can do what we need to do with this guy. But again, I could be totally off the mark and it'll be something totally different.
Okay. Jeremy, who are these guys? Who are these ninjas, man? Who are these guys?
I have a different interpretation because based on the promo, from my perspective, Jason is with these guys to grab Nancy, as opposed to them trying to grab Nancy and Jason. Because my question was, I'm like, why is Jason the only one without a mask on? And what is he doing trying to grab Nancy? Also, what does he have to offer these men if, let's say, they're working with or for him, and wouldn't they recognize him as the first son? So yeah, I think that this is some sort of weird chessboard move. Why he's abducting, and this is taking place in Richard and Nancy's house. So it's not like, Nancy is somewhere she shouldn't be, unless that earlier photo of where she's like, in that dark area, looking through that doorway, that leads to her finding some trouble, and then trouble comes home to get her because she stumbled into something that she wasn't supposed to. So that's my thoughts on that.
Okay, that's a good theory. Anything else you want to add, Tico, or are you just going to smile for me?
I just want to know what you think, Jay.
I think thank you for asking. I'm just like the host here. But yeah, I agree with both of you guys. Is Jason with these guys? That I don't think he is with these guys, because why would they be snatching them up the way that they're snatching them up? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't think that he's with them, right? But with the Nancy situation, I think that might be, some type of kidnap situation. Who knows? You know, with her walking through the doorway, yeah, that's gonna lead to something crazy. I don't know what it is. I can't. If I knew, I wouldn't say. But I it's gonna lead to something crazy. Okay. All right. Let's wrap this up, family. Let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up. Finally, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Yeah, it's going down. Your girl, Victoria, is being taken down by the Secret Service. Okay. Down to the ground. Okay, family. So I want to know what is going on. Why is she being taken down? And why is she being put up in jail? Okay. This is going to be pretty crazy. Now, is this going to happen in the next episode? You guys, if you're in the chat, if you're in the comments, definitely comment below. Let us know your predictions, your final predictions, as we are now approaching the hour of when the Oval will come on and air. So we'll start with you, Jeremy. What are your theories on this? What's going down? Is the president fed up now that he has seen Eli with Victoria? And now he's taking action and telling the Secret Service guys to take her in. What do you think, brother?
I think that's exactly what's going on. That's the strange thing about men in general. It's like sleep around, have however many mistresses we want, but the one time our wife steps out on us, oh no, we got to
Mhm.
burn everything down. You are going down for this. I mean, how many women, not just in the residency of the White House, but when, like he was governor or mayor or whatnot throughout throughout Hunter's entire political career, how many
Yeah.
women has he had in the same bed that him and Victoria sleep in? Now
Woo.
you have him catching her the first time in the bedroom when he miraculously made it up to their room on his crutches and sees Eli sees a mysterious figure underneath a sheet. And now he
Right.
catches them in the act on his sacred desk
Mm.
and he's ready to lock her up and throw away the key. My question is, what does Victoria's father have to say about this? Is he still alive? So yeah, I'm thinking Hunter, after he gets the truth bombs dropped at the beginning of this episode, as I mentioned before, from Eli
Yeah.
and Victoria, he's just going to have at it. He's going to go after everybody. You betrayed me. You tried to kill me. Everybody's going down. So Victoria, yep, she had her fun while it lasted, but she's probably going. And we know how Tyler Perry works. Typically, when a character's in the hospital or locked up in jail, they're going to be in there for a bulk of the season. So Victoria
Right.
might not get out of this anytime soon.
Wow. Wow. Like, I thought we'd never see the day, family. I thought we'd never see the day that this would happen the way that we're seeing it right now. So I'm looking at it, Tika and Jeremy, and I'm seeing that the outfit that she has on going in jail is totally different than the outfit that she has on when they took her down. So Tika, talk to me about this. Is this a whole different time period? Is this going on at the same time? Did they just have her change? Like, what do you think is going on?
I don't know if they had her change. Maybe he was like, okay, she's been down there long enough, y'all can go get her or something like that. But either way, it just brings me so much joy that they have tackled this woman and placed her ever so gently on the floor of the White House. Like, I'm so excited. She has tormented and done so much to everyone, especially Priscilla. The way that she's so disrespectful to Priscilla, the way
Mhm.
that even with Simone, the disrespect that she gives, it's like her time to just go sit down for a while. I don't know what file she's looking at specifically. I'm looking forward to seeing what's actually in that classified folder. But for the most part, it just brings me joy. Like, this warms my heart to see Victoria being attacked and ready to be locked down. So
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready for
see
this.
you when we see you, Victoria. Have fun.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
ironic.
ready to
It's
see this.
ironic.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. She put Simone in the bunker.
Remember,
Now it's your time. Hmm.
no, even better. She made Simone get down on her knees on the floor
Knees.
to beg for forgiveness,
Yeah.
Yep.
and now she's about to be tackled full body on the floor. It's great.
Yep.
Right. Right. I wonder if Hunter's gonna make her after he leaves her in there for a while. I wonder if he's gonna make her get on her knees to beg for forgiveness. We shall see. We shall see.
Mm,
All right, family. Well, I think that is
not
all,
that.
family. Anything you wanted to add before we close this out? Because it's almost that time. Yeah, we come into the hour when it's about to go down, family. Anything you wanted to add, Jeremy or Tika?
I
I'm
just want to
hoping that
say,
this
oh,
back half of the season could. Oh,
go
I'm
ahead, go
sorry.
ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Oh,
It's
I'm
bro.
about to
okay.
say. Yeah, I'm about to say that. I hope that the back half of this season continues the quality that the first half did for the first 8 episodes. I think episode 100 was where it started to decline. And then the penultimate episode and mid-season finale, for whatever reason, they just weren't hitting. But the
Mm,
trailer looks very promising. So
yeah.
maybe this season can pick it back up. And in my opinion, quite possibly end up being the best season yet. I'm hoping that in the next 20 minutes or so, this
Yep.
episode delivers and we'll have a lot of stuff to talk about, once it's done. So, yeah, so aside from just thanks for having me on board to have this discussion, I do feel like the back half of the Oval could indeed give us what we're looking for. And hopefully
Okay.
a ruthless announcement soon.
Hopefully, man. I hope so. So, Jeremy, being that you are the special guest, I like to give you some time to let everybody know about your channel and any other projects, videos, or anything that you're gonna be doing next.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I'm Jeremy from Our Kind of Entertainment, a YouTube channel where I discuss a number of Tyler Perry shows. It started off with the haves and the have nots, and if loving you is wrong, and it eventually grew and grew. If you are a fan of The Oval, come check me out. If you are a fan of the big hits on BET, such as Sisters and Satima, I have thousands of videos on there. So you will not be bored. I have close to 8,800 videos for you to check out, discussion videos, theories, character analysis, trailer breakdowns, episode reviews. You will not regret it. So check me out there. Also on Instagram, Our Kind of Entertainment. Tag is the Han, THEHAN, the haves and the have nots. And also, I'm on Twitter or X as well. Our Kind of Entertainment, the tag being my initials, JC Carden, CARDEN. So if you are down for any sort of discussion about Tyler Perry related content, that's exactly where you can find me. So check me out on my socials.
All right, all right. My guy Jeremy in the house, man. I appreciate you coming through, bro. Like this has been a pleasure for real, for real. At the same time, we got Tika Deshawn, all things ruthless. Yeah, she's back. She's in and out, but she's here. And I'm happy she's here as well. Let them know what's going on, anything going on next with the channel, or something we need to be looking out for on the hopeful. I don't know.
Okay, first of all, I want to say thank you for having me here tonight, Jay. This has been awesome. Jeremy, don't take anything that I've said tonight personal. It's all in fun. I just love having fun. With that being said, we are definitely coming back with Virtual Club Eden because all the Queens men will be back January 3rd, and myself and my girl EJ, the TV Junkie, and our friends will bring you guys Virtual Club Eden. If you missed it the last time around, make sure you check out all of the videos. We got them set up. It's Virtual Club Eden file or a Virtual Club Eden playlist. Y'all that are already following me, you already know. Set your notifications. Hit those bells so that you can receive those reminders. Because when your girl pop up with content, it's going down. We're having fun. And again, thank you, Jay. Oh, with that being said, somebody asked in the comments, is Tika an insider? No, I'm not an insider. However, I had the fortune, I'm blessed to have a little background portion of the Oval, which is why I couldn't say as much as I truly know. But I can assure you all that this second half of the Oval, just stick with it because it's going to knock you off your feet. That's it. Thank you for having me, Jay. The sound effect.
You heard it first, family. You heard it first. Absolutely. My man Jeremy's coming back in. You heard it first, family. Absolutely. Make sure you guys, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our kind of entertainment with Jeremy and Tika Deshawn's All Things Ruthless. My name is VACAY-J, and if you're finding me for the first time, absolutely, I specialize in all things power, as well as the Oval, Tyler Perry's Ruthless, and a lot of other things as well. I also do The Godfather of Harlem. So, we got the docu-series as well. So absolutely, I believe once you come to the VACAY-J side as well, you're going to have some fun. You're going to find some good content as well. So definitely check me out. And if you like what you see, subscribe if you like the vibe. All right, family. Listen, it's been a pleasure, man. It's been a pleasure. I'm glad we're able to make this happen. Jeremy, I'm hoping that we have you back, brother, because this was fun. Like, you guys going back and forth with the debate. It was totally unexpected.
Hopefully I didn't scare Jeremy away.
I don't think you did. Jeremy looks like he's a soldier. Yeah, Jeremy's a soldier, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we definitely going to have the discussions. I would love to come back and just talk about our reactions to this particular episode that we're talking about. So maybe we can arrange something like that and go live and get into it. All right, family, we appreciate you all for coming through. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We appreciate you all for coming through, family. And until next time, salute.
Peace.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, love this video, appreciate this video, please hit the like button. And if you're here for the first time, please hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you for watching. We'll see you next time on VACAY-JTV and Friends.